Hi everyone, it's Leah Hunt here from TD Reads. A big thank you to everyone who attended our session last month on Grit, a wonderful conversation and a great book that built on our theme of growth mindset. Coming to you here today to announce our next selection. And before I get to announcing the title of the book, I wanted to give a little bit of context. I've written pretty extensively for the Leadership Lounge and outside of the bank on a variety of different topics, personally and professionally, from successes and failures to my own challenges with mental health, to some topics that some would consider controversial. I've given talks, I've never shied away from the hard conversations, and for the first time, despite all that deliberate practice, despite all of that practice of vulnerability on authenticity and trying to be candid and honest in the stories that I tell and the conversations that I have, this has been uniquely uncomfortable. Treading into the space and the reality of racism as it exists in our culture and our society today has been overwhelming. I've taken a lot of time and discussion with the moderators to really put in the effort and the work necessary to educate myself. And I don't do things halfway, and so I threw myself in the deep end. And I'll be really honest with you, I'm drowning. The depth and degree of my miseducation, my misunderstanding, and my blindness has been shocking to me. And this is the tough part. I'm a racist. Not because I was raised to hate, not because I chose it, not because I learned it, but because I'm not an anti-racist yet. And as the author of our next book writes, I have had racist ideas piled up before me like trash at a landfill. And that is the work that I need to do. I am a racist because I am not an anti-racist yet. And our next book club selection, How to Be an Anti-Racist by Dr. Ibram Kendi, is going to help me, and I hope help us, do that work. The focus of TD Reads from the beginning has always been around growth mindset and from fixed to growth, from comfort to change. We've learned how we can retrain our brains with multipliers. We've learned how things like a clear goal and deliberate practice and feedback and refinement and reflection can move us from that place of comfort to one of growth. But it takes courage. And because it's clear to me that we have to make this choice, not to just be more than just not a racist, but to actually move from where we are today to anti-racism, the choice is really in whether or not we will do the work. I went back to a speech on citizenship from Theodore Roosevelt, and the whole speech is worth reading, and Brene Brown references it, and it's actually where she got the title of her book, Daring Greatly. But this was my favorite part, and I want to read it to you. It is not the critic who counts, not the person who points out how the strong stumble or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the woman who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, and who comes short again and again. So on August 18th, I'm going to go into the arena. I'm going to do the work. I am going to read and digest and then bring us together to discuss how to be an anti-racist. I am going to be brave. I'm going to get my ass kicked, but I would love for you to come with me. So click on the link, get the book, spend the time, do the work. I feel like I'm never going to be ready, but I think that's part of what this growth is. And I think together we're ready. So join me. I hope to see you out soon. Bye.